Welcome back, Linkin Park. Now, throughout your career, you know, there's been some incredible high points. You've reached a lot of milestones already. For me, one of the most exciting kind of elements was the whole collaboration with Jay-Z to mix the two genres, you know, to interweave them and do it so well, you know, over a whole album. That's quite a brave move, and I thought, are they going to pull it off? And when I sat there and listened to it and watched the DVD, I was just like, that's amazing.
It was pretty incredible. We got the call from Jay-Z's camp. MTV had contacted him and asked him if he would be interested in doing a song for a show called Mashup. And they asked him who he'd want to do it with, and he said that he wanted to work with us, so they called. And, of course, we accepted because we're huge fans of Jay-Z and what he does. And Mike began working on, like...
I bet Mike was having kittens, wasn't he?
It was really crazy, but it was almost like meant to be. He started finding songs that not only, like, matched pretty close to the same beat per minute, but also musically worked really well together. And so he came up with, like... I think originally like 8 tracks mixed together. And so when we came back, you know, we suggested basically like, look, one song would be cool, but we could do like all these tracks. They're all singles, you know, respectively in one place or another, and they all work together. And like we could, you know, maybe do like a cool show, like maybe at a place like the Roxy or something with like 400 kids from both sides. Yeah. We can film it, make it special. And it worked out so well, then we were like, well, we should release this. And we convinced MTV and Jay-Z's label and our label to like play nice and work together and let our fans get it.
Which is not easy.
As you can understand, like 3 different camps of lawyers, it was not,
But you know what? We pulled it off, and you know, then it elevated into like Grammy nomination, and then we won, and we played with Paul McCartney.
That looked amazing, like, man. What a buzz.
You could tell me right now that I have played yesterday with Paul McCartney on stage, and I still wouldn't believe you.
Right, okay.
Let alone like if you told me a couple years ago
that was going to happen. You would have said get out of town, right? And what was it like being in the studio with Jay? Because I mean, I've read something. He doesn't write anything down. Is that true? Does he like? He doesn't.
He's got a gift. He's got a gift. I remember during the process, you know, he had to kick up his cadence in one of our songs like pretty fast. He had to, and he just walked in and nailed it. Like in 2 takes, and then at the end of our session, one of his friends who works with him called everybody in. And he's like, "Okay, we're gonna do something special for you guys," and they shut all the computers down. And Jay went in the studio and just freestyled for like almost 5 minutes, and we're just like sitting there going,
"Wow,
how is he doing this?" Because it was lyrically it was great, the hooks were great, and everything was. And then he was done, and they said, "And no one else will ever get to hear that." And we just were like, wow, that's
amazing, huh?
It's the little things about what we do that are just so special, you know.
Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn Boys. One last time, I need y'all raw. Now, what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, people make some noise.
Now, I mean, outside the band, you've also got you've got a side project, and Mike's got a bit of a side project.
Right.
Within the band, you know, I know Joe makes a lot of the videos. Him and Mike do all the artwork. You guys look after the touring. Rob and Brad, they do all the money. Is that right? I mean, that's
they seem to enjoy reading long-form contracts.
Right, okay.
Which doesn't make any sense to me.
But, I mean, guys, you're making a lot of work for yourselves. Are you control freaks?
Yeah.
Yes.
The short answer is definitely yes. And I think from a very, very early point, you kind of just see that if you can do it yourself, nobody else is going to work harder at it than you. So all of us love the band, and all of us take it seriously and want to be portrayed across the board in a way that we want to be portrayed in. You know, we're very particular. So it just lent itself naturally to kind of a division of labor, and having 6 guys who are all competent helps out as well. Yeah. So.
It's been a pleasure. That's all we've got time for, I'm afraid. Thank you very much, guys. We're going to leave you now with a Linkin Park classic. It's Numb.